Hey, what's going on, guys? It's Juan back again with another video, and this is going to be very different than what we're used to. There's no game except the background game, of course. Darkest Dungeon. I've been playing it a shit ton recently. I don't know why. I think I watched like a friend play it recently, and I was just like, man, I really want to play this game again. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. This is an update video on the future of the channel. So, first, I guess I'll just start off with where I've been. Well, I think it's just easy to say that I've been busy, and I just have also been lazy. Back in, like February, I started uploading Alan Wake gameplay. Then, I didn't really enjoy doing that very much, so I started doing Signalis, and I'm still planning on uploading Signalis, but it's kind of on standstill right now because, again, I'm like super lazy right now. And I know that sounds really bad, but I'm gonna get into it a little bit more. Also, around that time, I was in school doing computer science classes, and if you know a thing or two about computer science, it's a very mathematical, analytical, problem-solving major, and I am not that kind of person. Math has always been kind of like my worst subject, so it's really hard. But I'm hoping that learning and getting through this will kind of round me out, because I've always kind of been more of a English liberal arts person, at least in high school. I did really well in English. I've also just been working when I'm not at school, and now that I'm out of school, I'm like working just about every day. And on my days off, I just want to relax. I don't really want to edit videos all day. And especially like right now, like my hours are extended, and I have to like train people. I have a very servicey job. I talk to a lot of different people, so it's like, oh man. And this is all to say that if I feel kind of busy right now and demotivated right now, I don't really see the channel going very far from here. Not to say that that's necessary, but like right now when I look at my channel, and it might be because I've been uploading Alan Wake, but I don't feel very motivated and I don't feel very driven towards doing this for very long. Or maybe I've been pushing myself to do much more because I've uploaded so much kind of recently, especially doing like Dead Space as well. I don't know. But Alan Wake was a game I did not enjoy very much playing, like a quarter into it, and so like uploading it and like watching my edited gameplay of it, it's like, dude, this is kind of bad. I don't want to upload this. And so if I'm not happy with what I'm uploading, it's kind of like, should I continue doing this? And so, like, I secretly kind of like stopped doing Alan Wake. I'm probably not finishing that. You will never see the rest of it, unfortunately. But it is what it is. And so I'm doing Signalis right now, and I actually really do enjoy Signalis. I love that game. That's like an A-rated game for me. Like in a tier list of games, it's going into the A tier. But when I'm editing it, I find myself just being like, I just want to get this done. And it's like, I don't want to feel that way. And like, I will say, like, I don't mind too much all this like video editing and like gaming, but I will say I have a pretty decent range of hobbies, but it's not very practical for like the average person, because again, we work like jobs and stuff. There's only so many hours in the day, and like, yeah, okay, I'll just list out my hobbies. I like to game. I like playing video games. I mainly do like horror games, roguelites, but I also really enjoy playing games with my friends because I love my friends, and that's how I hang out with them. Especially because I live like an hour away from most of them, so it's like this is like how we connect usually. And then I also got like a keyboard like 2 or 3 years ago. I really enjoy kind of learning that. It's really fun. The piano and violin are like my 2 favorite instruments of all time. They just sound so nice, but I don't think I'm skilled enough to learn the violin anytime soon. I also like learning languages. Right now I'm doing mainly Japanese, but like I've wanted to learn Russian, Italian, I do Spanish kind of at work. It's very useful. Um, Latin, like it's crazy. Even more recently, after learning that I have a lot of French blood in me, apparently, I've wanted to dip my toes into the French language. All these romance languages, it's just you learn one and it's so easy to learn the others. So like I feel more inclined to start with one of those, but it's so cool learning languages. I think it's a skill everyone should learn. I like to read, just fucking like mystery novels, books, visual novels. I got that Umineko video, so that's out there. And my other passion, hobby was video editing. And I'm sure you guys know about John Wolf, probably. If you're subscribed to my channel and you like horror video game content, you probably know of him. I don't know if he does horror content actually that much. Like, I don't think he does Let's Plays as much anymore of horror games. But, he did horror games for years and years and years. Ever since I started the channel, he has and continues to be my favorite YouTuber. I love his stuff. I love his witty, sarcastic, and funny comments on stuff. And it was always so much fun. And he was a big role model for me, at least. I don't know if anyone here has wanted to do what I'm doing, but I seriously would recommend his channel if you don't know who he is. And I never I've said this before, but I'm not really interested in making the channel huge. That'd just be a side effect of putting enough effort into it. But I can't lie, a part of it is also just the responses I get from people. Oh my god, it makes me so happy when I get likes, comments, even dislikes. I mean, it's really annoying because I can't see them immediately, I don't think, when I look at a video. But getting feedback, people telling me yo, keep it up, excellent work, or talking to me about a video game and their favorite parts of it. It was also fun. I loved seeing what people said. But when you're such a small YouTube, when you have to keep pushing out stuff to get maybe 1 or 2 comments, it's I wish I could see more. And it's no one's fault, really. It's just it is what it is. And I will say, out of all my hobbies, video editing is probably the most time consuming and the least rewarding, personally. The burst of dopamine I get from seeing people's comments, it's very few and far in between compared to the happiness and fulfillment I get from doing just about anything else. And so, unfortunately, with the very few hours in a day to myself and numerous hobbies I have, video editing is just not one that I feel I will be able to sustain for a long period of time. And so I am going to be cutting it out for the most part. I will upload things if I feel happy enough with what it is, like my Umineko video, to bring it up again. That's probably my favorite video on the channel, just because I put a lot of effort into it, a lot of time. I wrote a script for it, I revised it, I went back to the craziest moments in the game and listened to the soundtrack again just to feel all the emotions I felt when I first played it, even though I can't replicate that ever again, But I really wanted to make a video that was truly going to show how I felt about playing that game, to hopefully persuade others to read it, because it was truly a life-changing game. It was beautifully crafted, the characters were awesome, the themes, everything. It was perfect. Even to this day, 5 years later, it is still one of my favorite games of all time. Or 6 years later. Shit, dude. I feel so old now. Dude, I'm 20 years old. Oh man. I live such a fortunate life. I don't mean this to be arrogant or show off, but I really am so fortunate that I had this opportunity to upload videos for people and get feedback, and to have these many hobbies. It's very nice. And I hate seeing just the average person just work, go home and sit and watch TV for 2-3 hours, and that's it. They go to bed and then just restart. There's just so much to do out there, and it's rough. And I just wish people were more willing to go out and try new things, or to explore hobbies. Because even if you don't like it, you grow from it. and if it's a hobby you really enjoy, you like increase like who you are as a person. You got more of a personality. It's really nice. There's just so many people that like don't have much to them, and I wish they were to go out and do exactly what I said, because otherwise they just kind of look like a robot, and it sucks because there's so much out there, and there's so much beauty in just like the small and mundane and just learning itself. But aside from uploading like another meaningful Umineko type video, I might also just upload videos of like horror games when I really want to keep that recording and I just don't want it on my computer anymore. Like Signals, like I said, I'm probably gonna upload and finish, but it's not going to be like every horror game I play. It's just gonna be the games where I've like really enjoyed it and I want to keep that memory and recording and whatever. And I don't want it to take up like 30 gigabytes on my hard drive. Yeah. But I guess that's about it. And it feels wild to say that. I've been doing this for about 4 years off and on. I used to say like I will upload every 2 to 3 months, maybe, or something like that. It's like nowadays, it's like I was super motivated, but with what I'm playing and just with my general motivation and time that I have, I just don't think it's really possible. And so now I'm like too demotivated to do it, and I want to flesh myself out now, especially that I feel like I've hit like a new milestone of age, 20 years old. Oh man, I just want to round myself out as a person more and kind of grow, I guess to say. But yeah, for all the people who have been subscribed for however long, it really doesn't matter. Maybe you're a returning person or an old friend of mine, something like that. I don't know. I appreciate you for your support, your subscriptions, your likes, your comments, your dislikes. It doesn't matter. Your shares, anything that has given me any sort of interaction. I'm very happy. I feel really weird saying this because my recent audience is like millennials. I don't know why. It says that like, I think it said that like 60% of my recent views were like ages 25 to 34. So hello millennials. I don't know why you're watching my channel, but I hope my Gen Z personality was at least sort of interesting to your slightly more developed palate. I also can't lie, I do have majority, 41.5% of my viewers are actually Gen Z, 18 to 24, which is kind of interesting. I didn't think I would have that many. I don't know who I thought I'd have. Maybe I thought I'd have more like kids, but apparently not. Yeah. Regardless, again, thank you for watching. And if I do have any words of wisdom, with my very old age of 20, parting words, my last hoorah, I will say, just this goes for anyone really, but I feel like especially young adults now, always just be trying to grow and to learn and to improve yourself as a human being. I know that's really like duh advice, but I feel like we get so caught up in like our day-to-day lives that we forget that like everyone's human, everyone has good days and bad days, and I think it's just important that we try to develop ourselves as much as possible so that we stand out, and so that again we're not like robots just clocking into work, clocking out, going home, eating, sleeping. It's like, it's so terrible. It's so sad. There's just so much to life, and it's so beautiful. There's a lot of hard times. There's a lot of rough moments. But even in that pain, you can find something to learn from, to grow from. And I think that's what's so cool. The indomitable human spirit, I guess. There's so much that's possible out there as long as you have the right mindset and you don't give up on yourself. It's important to find that in some way, shape, or form. Even if it maybe takes someone a little longer, it's always important to love yourself. There is the whole saying that like, how can you expect to love others if you don't love yourself? And I feel like a lot of people, even without knowing it, might fall into that trap, and once they're miserable, they only make things harder for others. And there's nothing wrong with it. It's just that we all have to learn one way or another to learn to love others as one would love themselves. But I think that's going to be it. I want to thank you guys again so much for coming along and joining me on this ride. Doesn't matter if you watched one video, 2 videos, maybe you saw a video and was like, I'll check out this guy later. If you left a comment, like, whatever, it's all truly appreciated. And I love you all so much for everything you guys have done. I don't know when I'll upload again. Very possible case that I might never upload again. I don't know. But even that's so scary to say. But, yeah. Just thank you guys. Stay safe out there. Make sure to take care of yourselves. Take care of the people around you. And, yeah. I'll talk to you guys later.